How to trick your own brain into ignoring hunger and freezing cold when the world has ended. Grocery stores are graveyards. Your last fire died 2 hours ago, and your body is screaming at you to quit. And more importantly, why does your brain already know how to do this, and why has nobody told you? Here's the situation. It's day 9, maybe day 12. You stopped counting when the calendar caught fire. The city is quiet, not peaceful quiet, the kind of quiet where you can hear your own stomach digesting itself. You haven't eaten in 3 days, real food anyway. You chewed on some bark yesterday. It tasted like regret and wood. The temperature dropped below freezing last night, and your fingers are doing that thing where they stop hurting, which sounds nice until you remember that means the tissue is dying. Your body is a biological machine running on fumes, and every nerve ending you own is filing a complaint with management. But here's the twist. Here's the part they never taught you in school or in any survival guide written by someone who's clearly never been cold a day in their life. Your brain, that wrinkled 3-pound lump of electric meat between your ears, has a built-in survival override system, a neurological cheat code, a way to turn down the volume on hunger and cold, like adjusting a dial on a broken radio. No pills, no supplements, no meditation app with a British voice telling you to breathe. Just neuroscience, raw, ugly, beautiful neuroscience. Today, in this frozen, starving wasteland, I'm gonna teach you how to use it. Welcome to Mind Over Matter. Class is in session. The classroom is a dumpster. The professor hasn't eaten since Tuesday. Let's go. First, let's talk about hunger, because hunger is a liar, a dramatic, Oscar-winning liar. That gnawing, twisting, I'm gonna die sensation in your gut, that's not your body running out of fuel. That's your brain throwing a tantrum because it missed its scheduled dopamine hit from whatever garbage you used to eat at 2 p.m. The neuroscience, pay attention, this saves your life. 2 hormones run the show. Ghrelin is the gremlin, produced in your stomach. It screams at your hypothalamus, send food now. Leptin from fat cells whispers back, we have reserves, relax. The trick? Ghrelin runs on schedule, not need, habit. You feel hungry at noon because you always ate at noon. That's the whole scam. Your brain is a creature of habit in a lab coat pretending to be rational. 9 days into the apocalypse and ghrelin is screaming, ride the wave. Spikes last 20 to 30 minutes, then it gives up. The hunger fades, not because you ate, but because the signal expired. Brain sent the email, nobody replied, moved on. The survival trick? Your hunger is a temporary hormonal spike, not a death sentence. Wait it out. Distract the brain. Count, solve, recite, anything that fires up your prefrontal cortex. When the thinking brain lights up, it suppresses the screaming brain. Prefrontal cortex literally inhibits hypothalamic signals during complex thought. You're not ignoring hunger, you're outranking it. The kicker? After 72 hours, your body switches fuel, stops screaming for glucose, starts burning ketones from fat. Your brain, which everyone said only runs on sugar, starts running on fat like a diesel engine converted in a garage. Research suggests it runs even better on ketones, cleaner, sharper. The cruel irony of starvation. First 3 days are the worst. After that, your body adapts and the hunger quiets. Not gone, but manageable. Survive the ghrelin tantrums. Breathe through it. Think through it. Outrank it. Your brain built the hunger signal. Your brain can override it.
Let's talk about the cold equation. Forget hunger. Cold is a different beast entirely. It doesn't lie. Cold is honest, brutally, murderously honest. It whispers, your core temperature is dropping, and if you don't act, I will kill you. And it means every single word. But here's the twist. Your brain's response to that threat is wildly disproportionate to the actual danger, at least in the beginning. See, when cold receptors in your skin scream for help, the signal rockets up to your brain's fear center, the amygdala, and that almond-shaped drama queen panics. It floods your system with adrenaline and cortisol. Your heart rate spikes, your muscles tense, you start shivering uncontrollably, and your conscious mind gets one deafening message. You are freezing to death. Panic now. But here's the secret. something Wim Hof figured out in an ice bath and Himalayan monks have known for centuries. The panic response burns more energy than the cold itself. Tattoo that on your frozen arm. All that shivering, the adrenaline surge, your body is running a full-scale emergency protocol that drains your battery faster than the cold ever could. The panic is the real killer. The cold is just the excuse. Hypothermia doesn't truly start when the air gets cold. It starts when your body runs out of fuel to generate heat. Every calorie you waste on panic is a calorie stolen from the furnace keeping you alive. So, what do? You hack the response. Method 1. Controlled breathing. This isn't some gentle, take a deep breath. This is deliberate, rhythmic warfare. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and a long, slow exhale for 8. That extended exhale is key. It stimulates your vagus nerve, which runs from your brainstem to your abdomen, and it activates your body's stand-down system. It's like toggling a switch in your nervous system using nothing but your breath. Your heart rate drops, the shivering subsides. You're still cold, not magically warm, but you've gone from a forest fire burning all your fuel to a controlled, slow burn that can last for hours longer. In survival, hours are everything. Navy SEALs call it box breathing, and they use it in freezing ocean water during Hell Week, not because it's trendy, but because it's the difference between a body that lasts 6 hours and one that shuts down in 2. Method 2. Tricking your brain with visualization. This sounds like nonsense, but it's peer-reviewed neuroscience. When you're cold, your brain constricts blood vessels in your hands and feet to keep warm blood near your core. Smart, but terrible if you need your fingers to build a fire. But your brain can't fully distinguish vivid imagination from reality. That's why you flinch at horror movies. So, you exploit that. Close your eyes. Imagine your hands wrapped around a hot mug of coffee. Feel the ceramic, the steam, the heat sinking deep into your palms. Studies with thermal imaging show that this act alone measurably increases blood flow and temperature in the hands. Just a few degrees, but that's the difference between functional fingers and useless frozen claws. Your brain, that gullible, beautiful electric meat, sends more blood to your hands simply because you told it a convincing story. Tibetan monks practicing Tummo meditation can raise their skin temperature by 8 degrees Celsius in sub-zero conditions, wearing almost nothing. No fire, no shelter, just a brain that learned to lie to itself so convincingly that the body has no choice but to obey. It's a neurological exploit, a glitch in the system, and in the fight for your life, you exploit every glitch you can find.
Let's continue with the pain gate. Now deeper. Hunger and cold both produce pain, and pain is the final boss. In 1965, Melzack and Wall proposed the gate control theory of pain. Your spinal cord has a neurological gate that allows pain signals through or blocks them, influenced by competing signals and descending brain commands. Think highway. Pain signals are cars heading to the brain, but there's a toll booth, the gate, and if enough other traffic comes through, pain cars get stuck. They arrive late, weakened, diluted. This is why rubbing a wound helps. Touch signals travel on faster A-beta fibers than pain on slower C fibers. Touch arrives first and closes the gate before pain gets there. In survival, use this deliberately. When cold bites and hunger gnaws, flood the gate with competing input. Move. Tap your legs rhythmically. Rub your arms. Hum. Vibration stimulates mechanoreceptors that compete with pain at the spinal gate. You create a wall of sensory noise that drowns out the pain before it reaches awareness. From the top down, your brain produces its own painkillers, endorphins, enkephalins, dynorphins. Released during stress, exercise, focused engagement, and, the survival hack, laughter. Laughter, in the apocalypse, I know. But your brain doesn't care about context. When you laugh, your hypothalamus triggers beta endorphins that bind to opioid receptors and reduce pain transmission. Subjects who watched comedy before pain tests tolerated significantly more pain than controls. Freezing, starving, in pain, the most neuroscientifically sound move is finding something funny. Laugh at the cosmic stupidity of your situation. Every laugh releases endorphins that close the pain gate a little more. Your brain is a pharmacy, a weird, dark, self-medicating pharmacy in a burned-out wasteland. Laughter is a prescription that never runs out. Now, for the belief override. Last section, the deepest hack. Sounds fake until you see the brain scans. The placebo effect is not a trick, it's a measurable neurological event. When someone believes they've received pain relief, their brain releases real endogenous opioids, real dopamine. The anterior cingulate cortex activates. The periaqueductal gray lights up like a Christmas tree. The brain doesn't think the pain is less, it makes the pain less, chemically, physically, measurably. The survival application, belief itself is a neurological tool. Believe you will survive, not hope, not wish. Believe with the irrational, stubborn, teeth-gritting certainty of someone too angry to die, and your brain responds, modulates pain differently, manages energy differently. Survival psychology studies consistently show the greatest predictor of survival in extreme conditions isn't fitness, preparation, or equipment, it's belief that survival is possible. That belief activates the prefrontal cortex, modulates the amygdala, controls the stress response, determines how fast you burn reserves. Belief is not soft. Belief is neurochemistry. Your prefrontal cortex telling your hypothalamus and amygdala, we are not dying today, adjust accordingly. And the brain adjusts. That's what it evolved to do. Not to keep you comfortable, to keep you alive. So, here's the payoff. Here's your survival kit. No backpack required, just 3 pounds of electric meat you're already carrying. Hunger hits? Ride the ghrelin wave. 20 minutes. Engage your prefrontal cortex, outrank the signal. After 3 days, ketones kick in and the screaming stops. Cold bites? Slow your exhale. Stimulate the vagus nerve. Toggle from panic to controlled burn. Visualize warmth. Exploit the glitch. Pain floods in? Flood the gate. Move, tap, hum, rub, laugh. Let the endorphins close the gate from above. And when all of it piles up and tells you to quit, believe you won't. Not because it's inspirational, because belief is a neurological event that physically changes how your brain manages crisis. You are not just a body shivering in the dark. You are a brain piloting a body. And that brain has more survival tools in its architecture than any backpack, bunker, or supply cache ever could. The world ended. Stores are empty. Fires are out. Temperature is dropping. But your brain is still running, still adapting, still overriding. And as long as it is, you are not done yet. Go survive something. Class dismissed. The professor needs to find a sock to chew on.